What's going on, everybody? It's Jamie and welcome to the channel Thrift on Fire. This week we're going to be doing a what sold video. I'm also going to give you just a brief update of what I've been doing reworking my eBay store. I've been delisting, relisting, fixing titles. As you can see, I've got a little cat house down here in an empty row. I have a few more pairs of sandals in this one bin here. Now I've also went through, let's see, this bin right here full of sweaters. There's another one over there that's mostly hoodies and sweaters. Next, I'll be going through these jerseys and jackets, and there's the odd sweater in here. I think they're like heavier. This is like a wool sweater, vest. I'll be going through all this stuff, doing the same thing, basically fixing titles, recomping things, getting the listings refreshed, and this has created some traffic in my store, and I have noticed an increase in sales. Now, before we jump over to the computer, I just want to talk about this for a second because this is pretty much what I'm doing. Last week I was outsourcing a handful of times. I think I picked up maybe 6 items total all week, a few pairs of shoes. One pair sold right away. They're a pair of boots. They're actually going to be in the video. Other than that, I think a VCR, not really much. I'm not really picking up a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't go to the bins last week. Today I dropped stuff off at Stallion Express. I didn't go to the bins today. I went to 2 thrift stores, found one thing that I want to keep to sell. It's just a nice jacket. You know, I'm being very particular about what I pick up because I'm trying to rework this entire store before I consider really going out and sourcing heavily. You know, I might change things up in a little bit and just, you know, maybe do 50-50 where I'm doing relisting and new listings. But for right now, I'm really focused on getting my whole store, the complete thing, relisted. All right, here we go with the sales. So right here we have this Quebec Nordiques corduroy hat. Now I had listed for $75. And here's the reason why I don't think it sold for that. I did accept a best offer of $52.50 plus shipping. And I don't think that's too bad, to be honest. This thing was super dirty. I don't know if you guys remember it from the garage sale video this summer. I picked up a whole bunch of hats and I thought this one was gonna be the gem. And I think it still is really. I think I paid a couple dollars for this thing and I got 50 for it. So it's still pretty good. You can just see rates here. It was really dirty. I had this yellow sticky substance. I think I cleaned up the whites pretty good. And here I just took a brush and I had to stop cleaning because I was actually affecting the actual corduroy. So I just left it, put the condition in there that it was, you know, not perfect. You can see here, let me try to get that picture there. You can see the little bit of bleeding. Now that's from cleaning it heavily. When I'm using this shoe cleaner, the shoe conditioner kind of, I'm scrubbing it with a toothbrush. I was noticing the blue was bleeding, so I stopped. I didn't want to wreck this hat. I'd rather have it a little bit imperfect, you know, and get a little bit less money than ruin the hat. So yeah, still pretty good. Sorry, I kind of flipped through that quick. Hopefully it wasn't too distracting, but still turning a couple dollars into $52, I'm pretty happy with that. Next up, we have this Levi's corduroy jacket. I picked this up in a garage sale video from this summer. I assumed it would be sort of fall this time of year. We're into October now. I figured that's when it would sell, maybe even a little bit later, but this sold for $55 plus shipping. I don't remember the exact amount that I paid for this, but it's between $5 to $10. I didn't pay more than that for sure. Very nice jackets. It is like a corduroy material, but it's like almost like toothpastey blue color. Anyway, $55, I think that's a pretty good flip. Next up, these Memorial Cup hockey cards. Now you can see it's crossed out here and I took an $18 offer, best offer. There are no sold comps for these, so I was just kind of guessing what I would get for them. And I thought $18 was fair. I have another pack of these that I'm gonna list and put up as well. So I listed high and kind of waited for offers. These aren't super desirable, or at least there's not a ton out on the market. And I don't think they're desirable because when I listed them, you know, they would have sold right away. They've been listed for, I don't know, something like a month now, and this was the first real offer I got. So I took an $18 offer on this. Pretty happy to sell it. I think I'm into these for $5. So these boots got relisted last week and they sold right away on Poshmark for $35. I picked these up at the Goodwill bins. They are a pair of vintage Baffin? Is that how you say that? I know they're heavy boots. They're usually good for super cold temperatures. These are insulated rubber boots. They're kind of weird, but people like weird sometimes. I don't think I would wear these, but they're also women's boots. So, you know, they definitely have a very unique style. Somebody's gonna wear these and they're gonna be super warm and happy. I already received positive feedback. The buyer's very happy on these. I did pick them up at the Goodwill bins by weight, so I might have paid $3 to $5 maybe. I've had these for a while. I'm gonna say I picked them up at least over a year ago, And you know, funny that I had them for so long. I did a price adjustment. I think I dropped them down probably by about $8 roughly, and they sold right away. Next up, a pair of True Religion jeans. Now you can see the 75 is crossed out because I took a best offer of $60. Me and this person basically went back and forth, and that's sort of the number we landed on. That, you know, I was okay with $60. If you remember, I picked these up in a garage sale video this summer. This was the one the lady was insisting that I pay more and more and more, and I think I wound up giving her $20 for these, and then donated another $5 to the charity. I think she was doing some charitable work. She was trying to raise money so she could go overseas to do some charitable work for, I think, a church. It was a really good cause anyway. So, you know, donating $5. So technically I'm into these $25, I guess. But you know, I paid $20, gave a $5 donation. Sold these for $60. It took the right person. They have a retail tag of them. I think you can see, probably have it in the photos here. Yeah, right there. $158 is what they were originally worth, brand new. And they are still brand new. They're just not in a retail store. I'm selling them new tags, but obviously from my eBay shop. Now this is pretty decent, pretty happy with this. I really thought they would sell on Poshmark, but I'm still happy with this eBay sale for $60 on these True Religion jeans. Next up, a pair of Sorel boots. Now I picked these up for $8 just this week. I was actually gonna film a thrift haul video, but when I went out thrifting, I only picked up 3 things, and I thought, well, that's not much of a video. So I scrapped the video entirely, which happens from time to time. And I feel like the way that I'm sourcing right now, I might not have too many thrift haul videos unless I, you know, take a couple weeks of content and put it together, because I'm just not picking up a lot of stuff because I'm not looking for a lot of new inventory like I mentioned. But these boots I picked up for $8. They sold right away for $39 on Poshmark. They're very nice. Like I said, I didn't have to clean them up a lot. The bottoms are probably the only thing that had any real condition. I just wiped the tops down. I took a leather conditioner and just kind of rubbed them. It's like a cream that I rubbed into the boot, and they look brand new. You can probably see on the bottom here, I didn't scrub these ones. I pretty much just took, so you can get a little closer up picture here. Pretty much just took the magic marker off that was right there. It wasn't a magic marker, it was like a white, that white chalk marker. And I didn't really clean these up too much because I didn't have a lot of dirt in them. And I didn't really think they needed it. It wasn't gonna get me a lot more money. They're still used boots. There's no like gravel or dirt in there. I could have cleaned them up, but I was really not looking to spend a whole lot of time, and they still sold for $39, so I'm pretty happy with that. Next up, we have a pair of these SAS moccasin loafers. These was a relist, sorry, these were a delist relist, so they've been listed for a while. The price, I had them too high. I think I had them closer to $30, and when I listed them, that might have been the price, but now they're selling more for like the $24 to $26, so I put them right in between, and they sold right away. And these are basically just, you know, a pretty basic moccasin. So this is a good brand though, because I think people like them because they're high quality. They are made in the US. People tend to like that they're not made overseas, that they're made in North America, but they are high quality and good shoes. And if you do find these in retail stores, some of these shoes can be worth, you know, $90, $100, $120. So people are still going to be willing to pay, you know, usually, like I said, it used to be around the $30 point. For these particular ones, more like $25, but I'm still happy with that. $25 plus shipping on these shoes. I know I picked these ones up at the Goodwill bins, so I'm into them just a couple dollars. Next up, we have this Nike 2014 100th anniversary red hockey jersey. So it's a Team Canada jersey. It is an anniversary edition. It's a pretty cool one. It's got a blank back, but it did sell for $60 plus shipping. You can see this is one of the hangers, mannequin hangers that I have it on. I was trying that out. I still think I'm going to go with that in the future. I just don't really have anywhere to set it up yet. I'm looking kind of for a new place to do photos. I'm not enjoying doing it. Normally I do it on the ground right here in the kitchen. I just make sure the floor is clean and I do flat lays. I'm not feeling the leaning over on my back anymore. It's starting to not feel so good. But so I'm just, you know, I'm trying to work with this sort of hanger thing. If you have any suggestions of how you could do it, or if you think that the way I did it there is just fine, it was just sort of an experiment to see how it would look, if it would affect sales. But it sold right away. It's just a pretty nice jersey, and like I said, it's just hanging on a mannequin on the back of the door right behind me here. Next up, I sold this Commodore calculator. You can see right here it says 4 parts only. It's because I do not know how to test this thing. I've answered numerous questions about it. watched some YouTube videos, and I just figured, you know, when I did list this thing almost a year and a half ago, 2 years ago now, something like that, I listed it high and just was hoping for the best. I've had to answer a lot of questions, had a lot of ridiculous offers. I had a lot of offers that people didn't go through on. You know, they make you an offer, they didn't pay, whatever. So this person offered me $100. I thought, yeah, that seems pretty fair. It's a long fetch from the 175. But with this, I was just listing it high, looking for someone to make me what they felt was a reasonable offer. Like I said, I think I paid $5 for this thing in a garage sale video from not this season, but the past season. So $5 into $100 for this Commodore calculator, parts only, not tested. I have no idea if it works, but it is very collectible. It's very rare. And these things, if you look, sell for crazy money. There's similar ones that sell for like, I think I've seen comps of over $300 for something like this, but in working condition. So, you know, $100 for this calculator, I'll take it just about any day of the week. Last but certainly not least, we have this Funko Pop. This is a Gremlin. I had actually a case of 8 of these guys. I was buying them in bulk a while back. It didn't really work out so great. I still have quite a few left. I think I paid about $8 for this, so 8 into 22, not the best, but I did move quite a few of them along. And like I said, this was the last one of the Gremlins. Funko Pop's something I wouldn't recommend getting into right now. At a certain time, they were very hot. Right now, if you could pick them up for a couple dollars at a yard sale and flip them, that's fine, but a lot of them are like 13 to I don't know. This is a pretty decent one for just a basic one. It's not special edition or anything like that, so getting $22 for this one, I'm pretty happy with that. I do have quite a few Funko Pops left, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to liquidate them, and you'll probably see more of these in future videos selling for, you know, not this one in particular, but some other ones I have for less money just to get rid of them. Like I said, many of them are $8 a piece, but at this point, I almost really like to get my money back more than, you know, worry about looking for making a huge profit off the rest of them. All right, well, that's a few things that sold for me recently. I'm still just gonna try to work through all this stuff and get it relisted, hopefully get some more sales. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than I thought. It's different than just purging. When I was purging before, I was just kind of getting rid of stuff that I didn't want. I wasn't necessarily delisting, relisting as much, but you know, I think this is gonna be worth it in the end. I haven't got rid of a ton of stuff, but I've got rid of some stuff, and just about everything has had a price adjustment and a title adjustment that I've touched so far. If you guys like videos like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content. Till next time, take care, stay safe. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.